Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about the PHP data types and plus variables. Let's check what are the what are the data types we have. Okay, okay. What is PHP variable used for? Variables in program are used to store some value or data that can be used later in the program. Okay, let's start like this. That means mostly data types keep within the variables. Then variables declared within the runtime. That means we can create variable within the runtime. When the PHP program run, it will initiate the variables and it will add value to those variables. Like it's like a container. That means start of the program we can add variable values. We can declare the variable and we can add the values. Then middle or later within the code we can use those variables to get value or update value. Likewise, those are the we can say it as a container data. It can be keep the data, keep the value within the variable. These variables can be hold different types of data types. Let's check what are the data types it can be keep. Okay, let's do okay. PHP support the following data types: string. PHP support for the string data types and integer and float, otherwise double. We can say it's floating point numbers and Boolean, array, object, null, and resources. Okay, let's go let's go with this list and let's investigate what are those types and how we can use those things within the coding. Let's first check the string data types. Okay, string PHP string. A string can be any text inside quotes. You can use single or double quotes. Okay, actually, we can declare a string variable. That mean normally we are not assigning. We are not declaring data types within the PHP. We just uh, uh, create assign value. Then according to the value, it will create the data types. Then here, if we assign text inside of the single or double quote, it consider as a string. And yeah, let's do a practical example to understand how those things uh, works within the code level. Let's go to the code. Okay, here I will create a PHP string data type. Let's say dollar. Let's say name equal to let's say Sri. My name is Sri, and let's say my last name equal to my last name is okay. Okay, now this you can see here we have created two that mean string data type using the single quote and double quote. Let's print this and check whether those are string or not. Okay, here we can say like this echo dollar name. Okay, and also we can echo we need a br and let's say echo dollar last name. Let's go to the browser and check this. Okay, as you can see, in here we can't find is it string or integer or double or boolean or any. There is no any detail with this result. Let's var dump these things. Var dump. Okay, and here, sorry, here we need let's say dump. Okay, now let's check this. Okay, as you can see, it will return it will returning with the more information. Uh, those are data types are string. As you can see, it is a string. Uh, okay, and let's do some testing like this. That means what happen if we assign in that mean numbers to this. That mean let's say like this. Let's comment these things. Let's add $x equal to 1. Okay, and dollar $y equal to double quote 2. Okay, let's var dump $x and $y, and also we can var dump let's say var dump $x plus $y. Let's check the result. Okay, as you can see here we have data types is string because we use within the single quote. Uh, that this one also I think we use within the double quote, and it is also a string. X and Y is string, but uh, finally final data type, let's say final data type is int because we use operate we are using we plus mark, it will converted to integer, but here normally if it is two string then it need to be a give a error, that means string data type. Let's say like this, let's we try to add real string data to strings. Here it will returning error. Likewise, those are the data types that mean we can use within the single quote or double quote character, that mean text within the single quote or double quote, it will consider as a string, and also we can put numbers, but when we use if we use numbers with this like this, it will we need to understand the behavior. That mean if we use some plus or minus, that mean arithmetic operators, then it will convert to integer. Okay, let's go to other data type. Okay, next data type is integer. An integer must have at least one digits. An integer must not have decimal point. An integer can either positive or negative. That means integer can be have negative, positive or negative, and also it not containing any decimal point, and at least one digits need to be there. Okay, let's investigate in integers. Let's learn these integers. How it's used within the code. Let's go to the code again, and here. Okay, and here we can create integer like this. Like mean here we don't need any a single quote or double quote. We can just like this, 200 and 100. Say delete this. Okay, now we have integer data types, and let's do same example. We can var dump these first x and y, and then after that we can check with the addition. Let's do check with the arithmetic operator. Let's do with the let's try this. Okay, now you can see it will return all the data that means data type as a integer, and final with the operator also it is integer. Then here we can't, if you use decimal places, it not be integer, that means not integer anymore. If you use like this, you can see it will change to floating point. Okay, that is the integer data types. And let's move to next data type. Okay, next data type is PHP float. Float is a number with a decimal point. Let's do a small example because we already done covered this with the integer as well. Anyway, let's go. Here we can give floating point like this. Uh, we can use same example. Let's check the result. As you can see, it will all float and we can generate the floating point as a result. Let's check another thing in here. Let's check with the minus. Okay, with the minus, as you can see, it will return minus value. That means with the integer also we can use this plus and minus. Let's say let's get this as an integer then. Okay, and let's check. Yeah, we can use with the integer as well. Okay, these are the floating point numbers. Uh, yeah, these are the floating point numbers. Okay, let's go to next data type. Um, Go to next data type. Uh, okay, PHP Boolean. A Boolean possible states true or false. That means a Boolean can be keep true or false. Let's go to the code and do example. Let's say can I dollar x sorry dollar service status equal to true and dollar see, client control control equal to false. Okay, something. Okay, here we can according to this we have a um, uh, two PHP Boolean values, two PHP Boolean values. That means service status true or service status false. We can create the code like this. If dollar service status equal to true, then we can var dump dollar service status and let's say let's say and also we can echo dollar service status and also we can say like this if dollar client control equal to false, then we can echo we can var dump dollar client control. Okay, we can echo uh, dollar client control. Okay, let's check with the browser. We'll check result. Here you can see. Here you can see uh, we have a Boolean value true false. It will check we check with if statement. Within the if statement you can see mostly actually these Boolean values use with the something to some status to check the some status information. With the status information we have to check those within the code. That means like using like this example using if a statement we can check this Boolean value. Here we can see we var dump this service status and also we echo. It is true. Then it return here you can see the value as a 1. And also we check same that mean status false as well. Within the false we can see it will returning this Boolean value as a false, but uh, value is null. Value is null. Yeah, that means okay. That means okay. Here now we almost done this Boolean value. It is keep the status of true or false, and true value we can say as a 1, but false is null, and data type is Boolean. Okay, let's move to next data type. The next data type is array, PHP array. Store multiple values in one single variable. Yeah, within the array we can keep multiple values within the array. Let's go to the example and let's create the PHP array. Let's say like this. We can create PHP array different ways. Let's say array one equal to like this. We can create arrays. Let's say name multi-decimal array name is let's say Sam, and we can add uh, age equal to 20. Likewise, this is one array declaration using a bracket. We can create array, and the second way is array 2 equal to um, array using array keyword. Let's say sorry, array keyword. Say name equal to uh, Sam. Let's say age equal to 20. Okay, here we have same data type array, and also we can create. Okay, let's echo this first. We can't echo this actually. We have to print R. Use the print R. Let's say array one, and print R dollar array 2. Okay, let's go to the browser and check this. Yeah, we can see the result. It will return the array. Okay, let's go to the let's check the data type. Var dump this. Let's var dump uh, dump, and here var dump. Okay, let's check. Yeah, as you can see, it is array data type, and also inside of the array we can see there's a string and integer data type as well. That means we can with the array data type we can keep multiple data within the array. It is can be have integer string or another array like multi-dimensional arrays. We can keep arrays inside of the array like this. Yeah, let's say we can do. And another thing that we can't echo this. If we try to echo array data type, it will returning error. Okay, as you can see, it will returning error because we can't echo. That means we can't get output as a string. We have to use get output as a array. Let's say like this print. Print also not work because it also returning same error, and we can use print R. Okay, with the print R it will print the data. Okay, and multi-dimensional array we can create like this. If we within here we can create array one, and also can we have array two. Sorry, mm, let's copy. Let's cut and paste. Yeah. Okay, let's. Okay, here we have. Uh, we have multi-dimensional arrays like this. You can see that it is keep array inside of array. here I will print this, and let's say, let's check. Here you can see, okay, let's what this. As you can see, here we have array, and also inside of the array we have another array. Inside of that array we have string and integer. Actually, it is that means we can keep multiple data within the array data type. This is a simple example. Actually, it is really uh, useful data type, because when we creating web application, we always work with the array and object, and array we mostly work with. Here, this is the array data type example. Let's jump into the other format. Uh, our next format is PHP object. Okay, PHP object. Object create using classes. A class is a template for object, and object is an instance of class. Instance of a class. There is a mistake. When the individual objects are created, they inherit all the properties and behaviors from the class. But each object will have different values for the properties. Yeah, when we talk about the object and classes, because if it is object data type, then there is a class. Yeah, because using class we create object. Class is the template. That mean object properties and methods all are included within the class. Um, we can say uh, object as an instance of class. That means using the class we can create multiple instance using the same class. Then we can say object is an instance of the class. Let's go to the example. Let's understand what is these things. That mean what is class and what is object, and what is this object data types. Okay, let's create object. Let's create object. Okay, let's create a class first, because if you need to create object, we need to have a class. Let's say our class is car. In here we have a property. Let's say speed. Speed is one property, and click. Let's say brake. Okay, and let's now we have two properties. Two properties, and let's create method as well. Let's say first we create the constructor, because to assign values to these properties. Let's create the public constructor function construct. Let's add speed and brake. Okay, let's set these properties. This speed equal to dollar speed, and dollar this break equal to dollar break. Okay, now let's get method public function get status. Okay, within this we'll return, let's say uh, current speed dot dollar this speed, and let's say break equal to let's say dot this break. Okay, now this is our class. This is our class actually. Using this class, we can create object. Okay, using this class, we can create object. Uh, I will create the object using this car example. Let's say my car. Let's say a new car. We need to pass speed as a, let's say 20 and brake as a 0 because brake is not applied right now. And now we can say like this echo dollar my car get status. Okay, let's br, let's add the br, go br. Okay, br, and let's use different configurations because we can create different instance using same class. Here let's say uh, this as a speed as a 0 and brake applied, brake brake is as 1. Let's check the status about this car. Okay, as you can see, current speed is 20 and brake is 0. That mean and the here current speed is 0, brake is 1, and here current speed is 20 and brake is 0. Likewise, we can create multiple instance. This is the object data type. Within the object data type, we can we have object properties. That mean here, as you can see, we access object property like this. That mean with this class, we have a method. Sorry, these are methods actually. Sorry, we can access methods using like this. We can access class method, otherwise object methods using we can access this way. That mean this get status is uh, method of this car class, and also we have two properties and constructor. This is the let's this var dump. Okay, let's var dump this as well. Okay, now you can see uh, it will return because our return type is a string. Let's say we need to var dump not this. Let's var dump this because our return because here we return this car we return a string return. That's why it's it will show as a string. If we um check object, that mean here as you can see here we create using new keyword we create our object. If we var dump this sorry, if we var dump this uh, if we var dump this object, then it will return the object information. Otherwise here we returning string. If we put we can declare the return type from PHP 7. Let's say string string. Okay, now we can declare the return type, or even we can ignore that. We can ignore the return type as well. If you want, you can. But if you declare the return type, then you can't return different return type. That means if we now here we check this, it's not getting any error now. If we put this as a int, now it is integer. The return type of that function is integer. Let's try to return it. So, okay, now we call this first. Get status. Okay, let's go and it will returning error because we saying that that function is returning integer, but originally it returning a string. Then it's wrong. Here we if you put string and replace this, it will work fine because that our return type is string. And if we print, if we var dump our object, new car object, then it will return as a object, data type as a object. To access objects information, that mean method, we can access methods like this. I'm accessing this method, and if we need to add okay, like this we can access the method. I have different video for object and classes. Please go to that video and check the object and classes because these things are really important. Now we are doing all the applications we are doing with the object-oriented programming. You need to know about the object-oriented basics. And here I'm not going to cover those basics. Please search my video and you can understand the object-oriented programming within the PHP. Okay, here this is the object data type. I think you have good idea about this now. Let's move to next data type. Number 9 data type is null. Null value. PHP null value. Special data type have only one value. Data type null is a variable. Data type null is a variable that has no value assigned to it. Okay, that means null means it is like a unset, like a there's no value. It will not keep anything within that variable. Here, if we create like this, let's say dollar value equal to let's say 1. Okay, now we echo dollar value and echo br, and now we set dollar value as null, and we again we echo this dollar value. Okay, let's try this. As you can see, it will return first echo and second echo. We can't see anything because it is null. We can, if you set this as a var dump. Oh, sorry. Here, var dump. Okay, and also let's do same thing to here as well. If we echo this, okay, if we echo this, as you can see, the data type is first initial declaration, it is int with the numbers, but within null value, it is null because null is a data type and it is there's no value with that variable. We can't print that variable. That means we can't echo that value. That is the null data type. And let's go to the our last data type. Okay, yeah, our last data type is PHP resource. PHP resource, not an actual data type, special resource type. It is the storing of reference to function and resource external to PHP. Common example we can say as a database call. Yeah, that mean it is actually not a data type. Actually, it is a resource type. That mean when we creating a database call, we use let's say as example PDO connection, or otherwise if we use something that mean to go read the file or something physical drive to when we read the file, it also resource type. We use resource type. Likewise, we use resource with the those areas. Yeah, I think now we almost covered our data types within the PHP. I hope you guys understand this tutorial, that mean PHP data types. And if you think this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to see future videos like this, please hit the subscription button. And thank you very much for watching my videos. Let's meet with the next video. Thank you very much.